and it's vibrating, then it's going to have effects, and it's going to do what it does. It's going to do the work. Yeah. So it's not necessarily a mental thing. What? Are we still live, G?
Facebook just kicked me off, so now I'm back.
Yeah. Finally.
Not.
Anybody?
Yeah, he poured drinks if anybody's interested. Nice to get a, can you one of those orange? Please? Hey, thanks a lot, boss.
Had no juice, basically.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So we on again?
Yeah, we.
You said we are?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. While we here, I would like to address something, which is kind of cool. And once again, it's the crown chakra active once again. When it comes to analysis of the chakra systems and the energy centers and how they operate, especially when it comes to speaking of, oh, this chakra's closed, that chakra's closed, I don't know how to open it, I want to open it, I'm thinking about how to open it, I think I need to get somebody to open it for me, I think it's closed. Like, at the end of the day, all this talk is the ego mind's analysis attempting to realize the nature of your energetic presence. It's basically the logical mind attempting to state the nature of the unseen. The logical mind operates in only being able to express that which is detected by the senses. So, with that being said, the angelic realms are there always, and we are assisting you in always maintaining a sense of energetic integrity throughout your energy systems. And what that means is all the things that are being presented in your life on a daily basis are for the purpose of maintaining the integrity of your energy centers. And what that means is you walk into the store, you doing the laundry, you going to pick up the kids, you getting a phone conversation or getting a phone call from your friend or your mother, you taking a shower, you doing something random like having to catch the bus or getting on a commute to go somewhere, you have an appointment today, a friend asks you for some help, or a friend asks for your help. All of these activities are for the purpose of opening your chakras and maintaining their sense of openness.
Is it called self-centered? Like,
did you say self-surgery?
no, centered, like
Self-centered? What's that again?
like-
Self-centered?
like the Buddhists do it. They do it a thing like every day, but the same step, the same move every day to like to get self-centered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, like to center yourself.
Yeah, so is there like a connection to open them, the chakras too, like, or the energy? I don't know where am I going in?
No, it's quite fine. I mean, I understand one part, but
like
go ahead.
Like meditation.
I'm lost for that. I'm sorry.
I mean, I get what you mean. They do the same thing every day, like they.
Yeah,
It's a routine.
It's a
like
routine.
Yeah, absolutely.
self-centered, like
Understood.
Basically coming back to themselves, to their root, to recenter and realign themselves on a daily basis.
yes, it's like a part of like opening a chakra, like
There's an infinite number of methods. What we're speaking of right here is an integrated experience, and the integrated nature of an intuitive experience is about doing what you do every day intuitively. No, you're not going to do the same thing every day, right? But the things that you are called to do, the opportunities that are presented, the things that are necessary, and the things you're asked to do on a daily basis, they all are interconnected and integrated with you maintaining a balanced energy field.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're talking about the opening and closing of all the chakras, the expansion and expansion. Was it contracting, expansion, contracting, expansion? The contraction and expansion, a greater expansion of your chakras are all integrated within your experience. So how do I open my chakras? It's not a mental thing. Live, breathe, enjoy the miracle of life, because you're constantly being guided and everything that's taking place is doing what it's supposed to do automatically. It's natural.
I think one big question would be, why would someone want to open that chakra?
They want to open their chakras to
Bill
maintain
Cosby
a
smile.
sense of integrity and a sense of balance. They want to be comfortable. They want their bodies and their physical essence, their energy fields to be in a space of ease and confidence and presence. Once again, we expressed all the blockages or imbalances in a chakra, right? And we talk about arrogance versus a sense of presence or humility, right? Arrogance versus humility. You want to express a sense of humility and recognizing that you're God versus being arrogant. We want that balance. We bring a sense of comfort amongst ourselves when we have these levels of balances. This is where we not necessarily open them, we just want to maintain a sense of integrity and purity within our beingness. And this is where the open chakras are necessary. But once again, they open and close and they expand to greater extents of radiance. And this is the nature of the linear illusion. So,
Booyah. Did it help you out a little bit? You, Graham. They help you out a little bit? Explain?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, cool. Cool.
mm-hmm.
Big Jeff in the house. Hector said what's up.
Oh, what up, Hank?
Hey, so what's good? Actually, you know what? Just for fun, let's read a scenario. Who got a packet? Just pick one. Anyone.
Alright,
We got time. We got participants. Let's talk a little bit and get into some chakra some more.
alright. I'm gonna read off the solar plexus chakra page.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
This is a Let's Build Basement Edition for everybody just tuning in. You're not on stage this
The
time.
scenario, well, first of all, the solar plexus chakra.
Oh, just read the scenario.
Just read the
Yeah.
scenario? Okay. Alright, so the scenario is a new employee with a fresh perspective is asked to share their ideas for improvement on a major project
Mm-hmm.
in a meeting at work. How could this situation play out if this person has balanced or imbalanced solar plexus chakra?
Mm-hmm. All right. So,
Hope y'all can hear
Pam,
that.
what is just express some of the maybe read over the solar plexus, not the whole thing, but just look at it a little bit. The balance and imbalance part of the solar plexus, right? What's the balance part of the solar plexus?
Okay. Integrity,
Mm-hmm.
assertive, confidence, transform setbacks into positive energy by going within, self-directed, self-trust, respect self and others, responsible, spontaneous, uninhibited,
Mm-hmm.
self-validated, ability to make empowered decisions and establish ideas and desires into reality. Accept self and others as they are, sense of purpose, ambitious success in business and personal affairs, leadership skills.
Mm-hmm. I love your voice. Let's just put that out there. So, C's, what was your question?
So the scenario question is, as a new employee with a fresh perspective, you're asked to share your ideas for improvement on a major project at a meeting at work. So how can having a balanced or imbalanced solar plexus chakra, I guess, manipulate or cater to that situation or not cater to it.
And you spoke with confidence, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what we dealing with? How would you see that situation playing out, B? Born?
Well, you can do two things. You can either, for both scenarios, you can be open to whatever suggestion of it. Speaking of the second person, first person. Speaking of the second person, I'm listening to you and you have a good idea, then it would be up to me to balance on myself, then it would be up to me to listen to your idea and try to accept and work with your idea as much as possible to make your idea come to fruition. If I'm imbalanced, I don't give a crap about your idea, I care less about your idea because I'm going to go move with what I think should be done.
Dope. That's the difference between an open and closed solar plexus. The scenario was we in a meeting and the new guy get up and say, hey man, we should do this, we should do that, blah, 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 blah. If the boss has an open solar plexus, he's like, okay, let's listen to what the new guy has to say. I'm confident, maybe he can help the company. Maybe we're not seeing something, he has a new perspective. If I got a closed solar plexus, I'm like, nah, this new dude, he don't know what he's doing, he don't have no experience, I'm the boss. I don't want to hear what he's saying. I don't care. Right? There's a sense of arrogance, lack of confidence, there's even a bit of intimidation, right? Being the opposite of confidence in the boss's perspective because he has a closed solar plexus. He's not really open or willing to hear what somebody has to say. Cocky, arrogance, solar plexus. So when you're open and accepting, this has to do with your relationship with others. Being able to connect with people and share, like communicate and, you know what I mean, like exchange ideas. This has to do with this right here, like how you feel right here. So once again, their openness and ability to work with others has a lot to do with the yellow chakra, your solar plexus. How about you read the scenario for the root chakra?
Camera? No camera? You don't care? Come on, you're a superstar. Yo, we got a fashion designer in the house. Fada.
So, the scenario. A person is called into their boss's office and is told they will be unexpectedly laid off from their job of 10 years. Person has no savings or assets to fall back on. How could this discussion with the boss and the subsequent actions play out if this person has a balanced or imbalanced root chakra?
Your mark. What's the you don't have to read all of them. Just a few of the balance aspects of the root chakra and a few aspects of imbalanced root chakra.
Root chakra. Job security, steady finances and resources, secret home, secure home. I like this connecting with nature and grounding. That's all balanced. Balanced root chakra. Imbalanced greed, insecurity, anger, depression, poverty, feeling isolated from family and friends, lack of support, fear of change, and
Materialism. So what's up, Jeff? How would that scenario play out in both perspectives? Somebody, the dude come in the office and he say, hey man, we doing some downsizing here at the company, I'm gonna have to lay you off. If the person has a balanced, open root chakra, how he gonna react, and then how does the dude react if he got a closed off root chakra?
For the first, it's just gonna accept comfortability, you understand, with the boss, you know. And then, I think that's the most of it. Like, he has to understand. So whatever he says, then after, is already in that comfortability of understanding that the possibility was there. And then for the other side, of course, the anger will go, why? Why not another person? Why not this or this? Or try to give excuses for that, you know, try to put out some excuses. without looking at the professionality of the boss. You know, why he had to be laid off.
Perfect. Too easy. Yo, go and read the blue chakra scenario, throat chakra.
The person who already had a bad day goes out to eat and is given the wrong order. Not only is it wrong, but it is something she is allergic to. How could the situation handle with a balanced or imbalanced throat chakra?
So, C's, can you give us the
Balance and imbalance?
yeah, balance and imbalance? Just a few of them.
So for balanced throat chakra, let's see, for this type of scenario,
No, I was just wanted you to read the
yeah, just to balance.
Yeah.
So like healthy self-expression, strong and confident voice, speaks up for self and others, honor, understanding, creative expression, both verbal and nonverbal. And then imbalanced, you got resentment, repressed emotions, shyness and self-expression, insecurity, social anxiety, things of that nature.
Yo, team. What happens with that, bro?
Well, can they manifest the imbalance of chakras?
Can they manifest them?
Yeah.
Can you manifest what?
No, the chakra that you would stay in that lower part, in the imbalanced part. Can it be that?
You
Yeah,
can't.
it's
You
your
can.
It's your choice of focus.
Yeah, it's all up to
It's
you.
always a choice. So it's a decision.
It's all up to you.
And a lot of times the decision has to do with you either listening to the voice in your head or listening to your heart. The voice in your head is usually very, very disrespectful, very arrogant, it's very immature.
The voice in the
heart-
head for that situation is gonna be loud. It's gonna feel like it was disrespected. The ego is gonna build up, and it wants to be heard. It wants to be seen. It wants to let people know, hey, someone else has messed up. Not really understanding the situation. And yeah, someone did mess up, but at the same time, you don't, as we say, you don't have to go that direction. Now, if you want to go in a positive way, you can just politely or whatever, however you want to say it. Hey, okay, you brought me the wrong order. I'm allergic to this stuff. Blah, blah, blah. Everything goes nice in peace. You never know what you get from it, especially from yourself. Just basically, it's about keeping...
Staying in that balance.
Stay
Okay.
balanced.
Yeah.
It's your choice
Yeah.
to stay balanced. Your reaction, your action, everything is kind of really up to you. You can't really, keep pointing fingers. Oh, I'm mad at you because this person did this and this person. Now I'm mad and I'm hyped. You letting someone else reach inside of you and control your emotions and your feelings on how you react to yourself. Basically, now they got you, and they didn't even try. They got you. You didn't even try to get got. It was just like, hey, I'm gonna lose control because I feel like losing control right now. I don't know me. I'm gonna lose control of myself right now. Instead of just saying, hey, okay, I understand the situation, which I've been in a million times. And actually, people have gotten mad at me for being so calm in the situations and not, reacting in a certain way that they would expect. They see it as in you don't care, or you're not really serious about the situation. No, it's not that. I just got control, and I'd rather stay at peace.
Self-control.
I'd rather stay at peace than just come out and flip outside of myself.
So that brings up actually what you said was so dope, because you said react, but then there's also respond, and this is the foundation of the word responsibility. Our ability to respond is our ability to maintain a sense of balance in allowing a gentle, gently intelligent decision as far as when it comes to any scenario or anything that takes place. It takes maturity to respond versus react. You snap off and trip out, and, you know what I mean? A lot of times, reactions have, instinctual. There's nothing, wrong with reactions. You know what I mean? Once again, somebody ready to fall, you help me. Hey, this, you about to fall. I mean, it's reactions. So okay. But at the end of the day, when it comes to emotions, a lot of times, when we allow emotions to take the best of us and lead us astray, we end up being aggressive, and we respond or react to the fear of danger or urgency and things of this nature, versus allowing ourselves to be calm and respond in a gentle nature where there's more intelligence. Once again, the more loving, the more intelligent your responses are. So this is where the root of reaction versus responses are.
But then we also have to go into the essence of, even though we do respond in peaceful and positive ways, certain situations will still push you and push you and push you and push you. Not to say, just like Z said earlier, you can't always smile. Mm-hmm. You can't always be at peace as well.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, instinctually, sometimes the reaction is necessary, but this is what you're using your intuition. But this is where balancing and grounding yourself is always absolutely necessary, because then you have a sense of clarity.
So it's better to expressing your truth.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever you're feeling at that moment.
Yeah.
And
if
most definitely, exactly. That's what I'm saying. The emotions
but
are
exhaust all your measures first. Exhaust your peace first. But then once you get to a certain level, everybody has a certain level where that peace is like about to strangle somebody. Like for real. That breaking point. Don't know what that is for everybody. Mine is way far. Like my breaking point is like, you really gotta push 1,000 miles an hour to get me there. But I do have it.
And if you get it,
mm-hmm.
That's where you are. Personal integrity. And this is where the smiling all the time thing doesn't work for everybody. This is why the guidance is about us embracing ourselves and accepting ourselves unconditionally, beyond the standards and expectations of another. It's just what we all have the ability to do is return to the peace that's the truth of ourselves.
I think Richard upset.
We all have the ability to return to the peace that's within the center of ourselves. We got our limitations and so on and so forth, but then we can always return. Hmm?
Just to add, I don't know if it's in a way to add. Sorry, I forgot your name.
Martin,
Jeffrey. Just to add in some way, if your truth at some point is anger, we know of course it's a vice, but it's your truth at that point. As you were saying, now it depends on your control of yourself, how to manipulate that anger, because you have, it's part of you. Then you have to know that all the other virtues you have can battle that anger at that moment, which is your truth. Which means like you self-make your truth. Yeah. So if it's anger, that means you let it take over the other virtues that you have, which means you have the control of putting it down no matter in whatever situation. And there are always other options. Check out.
For me, it's how do I handle my anger in the end of the point?
Mm-hmm.
Do I fight somebody, or do I go away, or how do I react?
Mm-hmm.
It's not where is the point.
Mm-hmm.
The point can be low
It's
or
how
high.
you handle it.
How do I handle if the point is?
Well, I think those points are subconscious points, because once you get to those points, you don't consciously start to do things. Like if someone keeps getting on me, once I reach a point, I'm not consciously say, okay, I'm gonna hit this person. It probably would just happen because they done something. Maybe it's like touch me in the wrong way or push me or whatever, and subconsciously I'm reacting. I'm not consciously saying, hey, I'm gonna do this to this person, or I really want to hurt someone. So it's not like about controlling it. It's you're able to reach it. You're able to reach it, but once you do react with that, it is your responsibility to come back. It's your responsibility to come back to yourself and be that peace once again. I mean, you can't really stop reaching that point. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. That's the moment for right then. But then once you get there, it's still your responsibility, and at the moment you can come back to where you was before.
And the thing is I know I'm gonna cut you off, but and here's where the spiritual maturity aspect comes in, because healing is constant. Yeah. No, I'll take that, bro. It's all good. Yeah. And I communicate the nature of grounding every day. Grounding is where you're centering yourself and, you know, taking a moment throughout the day to be calm and be present and quiet yourself and still the body. And mostly this is a constant practice where the more you embrace that, you develop a sense of stability where you're conscious of what's taking place and you're more sensitive. You're sensitive, but at the same time you're conscious and aware of what's going on, where things don't push you to those extents as easily. And the more you ground yourself and balance yourself, you become more aware and less bothered by outside circumstances. You appreciate your ability to breathe. You appreciate your ability to walk and see and hear and taste and touch, and once again you embrace and have a sense of gratitude for the blessing of life itself, where some of these things that people complain about, they don't bother you anymore because they're like fluff. It's like superficial. You know what I mean? But it's a practice that takes place every day versus waiting until something happens to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? It's a constant practice, and this involves everything when it comes to fear or ability to communicate or somebody pushing your buttons. Everything has to do with this stuff, but it's a constant practice. I mean, in my experience, I've always been an alpha and very boisterous and direct with the way I carry myself and so on and so forth. But I mean, after a while, you go through experiences where you balance and you calm yourself and you relax. But of course, that grounding aspect of it, meditation and being creative and so on and so forth, have helped me tremendously in being more focused and more pure in the nature of my being without pushing out a bunch of distortion and being disrespectful and things.
The nature of our being.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I have to think about hip hop all the time. Mm-hmm. I don't know why now.
No, it's all good.
It comes into my.
Yeah, please. I love it. I love hip hop analogies.
You can't help the culture.
Mm-hmm.
You know, battling.
Mm-hmm. Said battling.
Battle. If I feel anger,
Mm-hmm.
I go and train my battle skills.
Yeah.
So you use the creativity as an emotional release.
Sure.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
There's a song like that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I got a song like that.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy what?
Once again, you being constructive in the nature of releasing those emotions. That's okay.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
You know,
Let's see. Maybe I could borrow some inner anger too. We try about it.
Yeah.
Come on, for hip hop. Yeah.
So,
Nope. Just some comments.
with a few examples and scenarios we did go through, everybody's kind of understanding a little bit more how the chakra centers work and how they're interconnected.
I have I don't know if it's good for online or not, but where is this building on?
Whereas
I mean, it's presented by
Let's
the
build.
brothers and sisters.
Normally upstairs.
But what's the roots of this chakra workshop? Not the building. Not universal.
That was
per se.
created by us.
Created by you, but it has some roots. I mean, if
But as
it's
far as the
Indian,
information. Oh, I mean, well, put it this way: as far as the and a lot of times have put it, Vedic Indian culture like foundations, and that's the reason for that is because for the most part, the Indian culture has the deepest connection and preservation of ancient information and knowledge of the depth of our spiritual presence. Because
the African culture also has.
Yeah, of course. It's just within Western society, in English, it has the most depth as far as the nature of our spiritual presence. From it's almost like they're the last of or the latest or the last ancient text still preserved within our modern society. Of course, there were more thousands and thousands and thousands of years prior from different countries and different cultures amongst the human species. However, those were the last, even I'm saying the Mayans were like the last ancient civilization that exist. They were civilizations before them, but they were the last ones. This is why their information is still so preserved and prevalent within our society, because it's the last of what was expressed amongst humanity as far as what we salvaged from the past in connection with spirituality.
That's called the beginner chakra, though. I guess you, especially as the teacher or the guy who presents it.
Yeah,
right
just presented it. Yeah.
How far is it going? Like you got different lessons, like example, meditation, like more spiritual lessons, food, everything, knowledge all around. It's just the beginning. So
It's just the beginning.
Accept some more.
Of course. Once again, it builds us embracing our ability to communicate about spiritual topics in a social setting. Amongst the youth, open community talks about spirituality, so we can recognize the nature of spiritual essence and its functions within our modern society from the layman's terms, sense of being.
That's where I come back to that hip hop term, because that's what made me to come here. I was reading about some jazzy instrumental beats and candlelight freestyle session, something like that.
Yep.
Normally
So
that's
I ended
upstairs.
up in the chakra
The
workshop.
goodies.
So I mixed up something?
No, you're in the
No,
right
no.
place. but
Normally
normally
it's upstairs, but they have some construction going on. They're getting ready for
They
a show
have
tomorrow.
a big show tomorrow, and we're not able to use the facilities. Usually these are set up where we do a seminar, an open discussion, and we end it off with an open mic session where we do the jazzy beats, the candlelights and stuff, and we basically express ourselves and have a good time being creative. But
there's a lot of stuff upstairs,
There's a lot of
and
stuff
they're
going
doing
on.
it.
Yeah, I know.
And we're not able to
So it's
do
an
this.
evolution thing, and it always comes back like just a healthy person can be a creative
Of course.
person.
As the creator, our main function in life is creation. As the creator, I mean, it's in the name.
I always have, for my mind state, I made a thing, I don't know in English, but I said frustration. I try to change into creation.
You channel that energy into more constructive methods of expressing your divinity.
But I never thought about all the chakras, and I mean, a little bit sure, I'm open to all kind of influences, and but it's just, pretty interesting, and I hope more people are coming in. Like I said before, people should come here, be here, and feel.
Absolutely.
Normally we have a good 20, 25. This is average.
That's how it works. If you build it, they will come. However,
It's not just for them.
We continue to build and focus less on the capacity, but the depth of what's taking place here. This is where all the energy is invested. Most organizations do it the exact reverse. They're dependent on the capacity of people to pay attention to what they're doing versus cultivating what they're actually doing.
Okay. I'm not sure if the kids outside, if they really get into it by this way, this deep.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe,
Everybody's
you know what I'm trying to
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
More
Everyone has their time to want to soak up the things that's presented to them in life. Just like when I had the restaurant upstairs, I kind of opened this restaurant for those kids, but they never came. They still rather hang out in the back of Real, smoking, drinking cigarettes, eating chips, talking to each other, using the free Wi-Fi, instead of coming in here and being part of something that's beneficial to them, where you can stay warm, where you can use the free Wi-Fi, you can get free food, some drinks, and you can chill with your people and just have a relaxing setting. So everybody has a time and a place where they want to accept, you know, the things that's presented to them. And plus, being here in Germany, nobody's used to people giving them things. You always got to work for something. You always got to beg. You always got to strive. When somebody say, "Hey, come in. I'm gonna give you a place to sit for a minute. You can warm. You want some chips? You want some fries? Whatever. Listen to some music."
With everything you give them.
Of course, because it's
attached
attached
because here nobody cares about helping each other.
Give me something for free. Do you want
it's like a
something
catch.
from me?
It's
That
not-
is
it's
like,
like-
And that's the idiocy that we developed in our minds for so long. It's always
what we're doing. From
it's always something got to come
from
with
an
it. No, it
MC
doesn't.
perspective, I speak in such a manner because of our environment is very quaint, and I feel like with a small group I can get into more detail. However,
Just like having a
with a large
barbecue.
crowd,
I give out
I
free
keep
food.
it real lameness,
album release party?
the skin to top
Here,
because my
in the
We had
backyard.
it a lot.
All the
yeah,
food
yeah,
is
you got a
free.
nice group of
Drinks is
people
free.
online and stuff like that. But
I paid for it myself. So what?
the number one thing I appreciate about this position is us being able to communicate complexity from a place of simplicity. Because at the end of the day, the whole purpose of communicating is to connect. It's not about using fancy words and attempting to look smart and wise and this, that, and the third. It's just about us being able to talk to each other and express the nature of our being, which is already known within the heart space of all individuals, where there's nothing to teach here. It's just more so the verbalization of what the heart already knows. Everybody's heart already knows this stuff.
That's why I came over. I know
Yeah.
your music. We met before, but just on like
Yeah,
hi,
briefly.
here,
Yeah, absolutely.
So I thought, okay, let's go there and talk with those
Yeah,
guys
absolutely.
about some serious.
Yes, absolutely. Once again, it's as we continue to move and develop what we're doing, it's going to become more refined, and as our influence expands, when we get the more young people into it or whatever, there'll be methodologies that'll probably be a little more conducive to their attention span. And I don't necessarily want to dumb down nothing, but that's why we do it within the music, because being able to communicate this stuff to them, they realize that it's a little more deeper than rap. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate that aspect of
We
it.
get
But,
deep, it's written and
yeah, absolutely.
okay. I like to get deep down and dig in.
Yeah, me too. You know what I mean? So yes, my bad, son.
Boom.
Shut it down.
Yeah. So, does anybody have anything else they'd like to share? About our talk
Can I
today?
say something to you?
Sure.
I befriended you on Facebook,
Mhm.
and you give people a voice. So what I wanted to let you know.
So I give people a voice?
Yeah, like with your explanations and everything.
Oh, cool. That's what's up. Like I said, it's a great honor to do what we're doing. Like, at the end of the day, me and all of the whole crew, we've been doing this for over over 10 years now, consistently, and reaching out and being responsible amongst the community, and it's only going to continue to expand. I think it's a wondrous thing and a great pleasure to have such a purpose, and embrace the principles and speak the truth amongst humanity. And once again, us doing what we're doing from a place of confidence and clarity and maturity is giving everybody else, or at least assisting everybody else in operating the same way in their lives, because we are the leaders of the new earth. And if we don't step up and do what we know we're here to do, then who's going to do it? This phone blowing up. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if that's it, we really appreciate your presence, your patience, your openness and willingness to connect with us always as one family here on the new earth as we continue to evolve, and all that has been hidden in the darkness begins to be exposed and come to light. There is only the truth. There is my truth and your truth, but at the end of the day, there's only the truth, and the truth is peace. Appreciate you being here. Love.
What he said. Yeah, we want to thank you guys for tuning in to another edition of Let's Build here at Universal Cafe in Wiesbaden, Germany, with your boy of mine, Ashtar Lavelle, the Reverend. C's was in the house, Bourne was in the house, Jeff is in the house, special guest Pam, Farrah, Martin, and everybody else that's tuned in. Lisa, much love to Lisa. About time you get here, Daniela. You gonna come in the last 5 minutes, really? Marina, Roxanne, who else? I ain't gonna say your name because you gonna get mad when I say it wrong. Medusa, Carrie, everybody that tuned in. We love y'all guys. See you in a few weeks, or holler at us on the rebound. You can reach us easy through Facebook Messenger. Yeah, just holler at us. We there. Matter of fact, check out the music as well. We still got the Dundada CD going around, mixtape. We're working on the next one coming out in June, right? Mm-hmm. But this one right here is a real nice one. I hope y'all enjoy it. You can download it on SoundCloud at Universal Brothers. Till next time, we'll holler at y'all later. Peace, Sherry, Alice. Adios.